Hey guys, it's Doozy. Today we're going to go through a challenge on TryHackMe called Root Me. It's a CTF for beginners. Really good books to actually learn from, and it can actually help build your basic methodology. So what we've got here is, let's get the IP address first so we know what we're doing. Go back, let's just copy that. I'll stick that in there. Right, nice. It can work from there. Right, first things first. So we know we've got an IP address, right? And in instance like this, the first thing we always want to do, right, is run Nmap. Let's run Nmap. Nmap 10.10.231.39. And we want to go for as much information as possible, right? So we're going to get the version number, and then the dash, capital A, gives us a host more of information available to us. We can do -p dash, which will run it on every single port. But for now, I'm just going to try and do a quick one. I'll just do it under T4 for give it as a bit of speed, so it's not taking too long. And let's just run that off. Hopefully it won't take too long at all. We can get all the information, and hopefully it'll be quite handy. Okay, straight off the bat, we've got port 22 open, which is SSH. We've got port 80 open. That's great. So I'll tell you what, let's get a website open. It's on browser rather. Okay, there we go. It says, can you root me? Well, we're certainly going to try. That's for damn sure. Okay, dokie. So we know there's a website now. This now brings on to the next thing. So now you know the port 80 is open. There's a website here, right? So now we're going to talk about another methodology. So if you do come across a website such as this, right, one of the first things you want to check is for robots. Robots.txt. Right, there's nothing there. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's go back. The next thing, you want to check page source. Is there any juicy information? No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Normally, you can get a lot of juicy information from page source because they might be still left in comments. The admin or the web developer may have forgotten to remove credentials or some other information. Sometimes you might get other directories pages which might be mentioned here. Nothing here. So that takes us to the last thing we want to check out. Now, as I said to you, look, there's a website. There might be other directories here which they're not, we can't see them. So what we want to do is we want to run something called directory busting scan, right? A few tools for that, right? But let's write down what we've done first. The first one's Nmap. We've done Nmap. We're happy with it, right? We've got the results, which are port 222, port 80 open. Might be worthwhile. We're also running a scan whilst we're doing what we're doing, just to discover if there's any other ports. So -p dash will run on every single port, which I think is 65,535. I might be wrong, but I'm sure it's somewhere along them lines, right? The second thing, just mentioned, we want to run a directory fuzzing scanner, or busting scanner, fuzzing scanner, whatever you want to call it. And for this, my go-to tool is GoBuster, right? There's also Derb, and I think there are several more. There's I think there's FUF. I think it's double FUF. I think it is. I always get the spelling wrong on that. But let's try that. Let's run that. Other scan did come back and everything. It's just only them two ports open. So let's clear that. All right. Let's run GoBuster. Tell you what, this is where this website will come in quite handy. So if you guys do want any cheat sheets or how to use certain commands for certain tools, check out navkang.github.io/doozy, and it's with a capital D. Okay, let's see how to use GoBuster Linux directories. No, here we go. GoBuster. GoBuster is dir . Right, let's just copy that so we can. This makes our life a bit easier. So it is GoBuster, and it's directory scan on HTTP. Let's put in the actual IP address here. Sorry about the throat's drying up. Get a sip of water. Now next we need to put in the path to the word list, and I'm sure mine I kept in user share. I think everyone's kept in user share, but I want to use a particular one, so let's see. Word lists. No, type in word lists. Now let's run this. So we want to run common usernames sec lists, right? A fantastic collection of word lists. And then we want to run, I think it's under discovery. Let's find out. Yes, I think he is under discovery. Let's do web content. No, it's not. Let's try fuzzing. Here we go. Is there any common ones? No, it doesn't seem to be. Miscellaneous. It's got to be under discovery then. Oh, that's a bit premature there. Let's try web content again. Oh yes. Run all 67 lines. Great. So let's see what we can use out of here. We'll use this one here. Should be enough, and it's medium. So let's get back to where we were. Paste that in there, and let's fire that off. And let's see, there we go. Instantly, a few things are standing out, right? Let's make a note of this. So our scan, I can delete all that now. Scan reveals uploads and panel as well. So let's check them both out. They both got a status of 301 here. Sizes vary, so there's something, should be something in there. So what we're going to do to check these out, right? We can just click from here if you want to, if you make it easier. This copy from here, should be able to open it. If not, well, let's try from here. Let's, oh God, I didn't do the job. Let's just do it manually. May as well create a bit more work for myself, why not? So we've got a panel. Let's see what that gives us. Select a file to upload. Okay, fair enough. Uploads. Okay, interesting. So we upload our file here, and if we can go, if we go to uploads, we can see what we've uploaded. Now it might be asking, what's the significance of this, right? So let's first write down panel equals upload a file. At this stage, we can, okay, I can turn this off actually. So there's an opportunity for us to upload a file. Now we can upload a PHP shell, which will reverse connect back to us, which will give access to us to this vulnerable machine, or soon to be vulnerable machine. So to do this, we're going to use something called a Php Reverse Shell, and this is where, well, firstly, a big thank you to Pentest Monkey. They do some fantastic one-liners, and also they do this fantastic PHP script, which I believe I've got here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. I think it's under, if I click on draw, select all, no. Sometimes it does be a bit funny, this. Let's copy that. Let's get back to here. Let's save this. Let's save this. Let's create a directory. Root Me, cd root me, gedit. We'll call this shell.php. Let's get that opened. Let's paste in everything there. Make that a bit bigger. We get some more water. Well, let's see what we have here. So you see where it says change this. This is what we change. So we need to find, here we need to put our own IP address from the box. Right, so let's go back here. Let's type in IPA to get our IP address, which is under tune. Oh, let's copy that. It's got somewhere it needs to connect back to something. It needs to connect back to our machine. And you can leave this as 1, 2, 3, 4. I just like to change it to 4, 4, 5. It could be anything. So if you save that, we can close that off. So we know where that's kept. That's fine. So we're going to try and upload this shell. Okay, there's nothing there. I didn't even select it. Let's try again. Documents. I think it's documents. Is it in home? Carly. Root Me. Let's try this. Upload. Right. It doesn't like it. That must say PHP. Possibly not allowed. I'm going to presume it's saying. What is the reason for that? Okay, let's see. So there could be either blacklisting or whitelisting going on here, right? So this is where using Burp Suite comes in really handy. So let's see what we can do here first. Let's run Burp Suite. We've got burp there. Intercept is on. Okay, that's good. Let's browse the file again. Upload on our shell. Yep, there we go. We've caught it. Burp Suite is a fantastic tool. Extremely useful. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So what we want to do is we can do a couple of things, right? So let's change this to JPG. Oh, actually, I'm doing this the wrong way around, I believe. Actually, we want to edit it. It's the other way around. So let me drop that. Let me drop that. And let's go back to here. Refresh that. Change the name of our file, which I'm going to do. Root Me, open folder. Let's change the name of this to rename to jpg.php. Let's see if that works. I'm actually going to copy this, paste, and just on this, in fact, I'll leave that as is. I can edit it afterwards. Let's try that. See if that's accepted. Run burp again because we want to edit it. We want to remove the JPG part. Browse, upload. Let's remove this so the shell can go through. Forward. And that's, let's see if that's worked. No. So that's not worked either. So let's try another method. Let's try, so that second copy I made, let's change that to PHP 5. Rename that. Now let's see if it will accept that. We might not need burp for this. We'll find out in a second. PHP 5 upload. Ah, perfect. Success. Now if we go to uploads, the other directory that we found, there we go. That's lovely. That's showing. Great. So success on upload. Right? Great. Next, set up a netcat listener. Set up a netcat listener. How do we do that? It's nc-lvmp. What port number did I pick? I'm sure it was it 4445? I'll find out in a second. Right, perfect. So that's set up. Now what we need to do is we need to access this resource here. So it's going to run and it's going to connect back to us and we can catch the shell, right? There's a couple of ways of doing it. You can do it using curl, and we should be able to do it from here. So if I click on this, and there you go. Did you see that instantly in the background? It's changed, right? We've got a connection now. Let's see who I am. ID. Who am I? So I'm now www.data. or www.data, right? One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to create a stable shell. And again, if I go back to my website here, which is navkang.github.io/doozy, this should tell us there is something in here which should let me create a stable shell. There you go. Let's see, might be in here. Shells, reverse shell, shell, reverse Python. Reverse shell I've got. I will upgrade the shell. Let's use that command to upgrade our shell to make it more stable. Nice. Perfect. Who am I? Perfect. Can we access any resources? Let's see if there's anything juicy here. Root Me test in there. That's fine. Okay, so there's nothing really sticking out. Let's use the find command. Let's start doing our basic methodology here. Dev.null. Right, okay, that's giving us some information. Let's see what we've got. User bin Python. Okay, that's immediately stands out. That's got an SUID bit set. Yep, great. Some of these are the same. I can ignore most of that. This stands out. Right, perfect. Let's visit our friend GTFO bins. GTFO bins. See if we can get some root access here. Python. Whilst it's doing that, let's just do sudo -shell. Yeah, so now that's not going to work. I'm just going to type in anything just to see if we can just get rid of that. I don't really want to press Control-C in case I've got to reconnect again. That's fine. Okay, dokie. What we've got here, let's see. Let's scroll down. SUID bit set. Yep, we're happy with that. Let's run this command. And this should, fingers crossed, should give us root access. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Let's try this one instead. Just the first part. It might be because I'm running it like that. Okay, that's fine. Who am I? Nope, still the same. Let's go back to bin bash. Rightio. So we've got Python. That stood out. Let's make a note of this. Flag on Python. And that doesn't seem to be doing what I need it to do. So if I run it with just as that, I might have to go into the user bin. Let's just hold on a second. I think that's worked. Who am I? Brilliant. Root. And there we go. Sometimes you may have to fiddle about with the command. The only issue I was having here was that it didn't work when trying to run it like this. As soon as I eliminated it, it worked fine. Whereas if I was actually where Python is kept, which Python, if I was actually in the user bin, I think this one would have worked. And there we go. We've got to root access. Now at this stage we can now go and find cd root. If we do ls, there's the root.txt file which contains the flag. Really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you very much for your time, guys. See you later.